sure the volume's up as high as I can get it on the tablet. We're still looking for a compatible mic to attach to this tablet. And boy, we were close though. We thought we had one that was compatible. I tried it. We went back and forth to the store a few times. Oh, get this piece. Oh, put this piece on that piece. By the time we finished with these pieces, it was up to $100. And we weren't so concerned about that if it would only work. So, you like my hat? This is my Primex hat. My Primex Garden Center is my favorite gardening center to go and buy plants and supplies. And the next to that would be Lowe's. I like Lowe's supplies. Sometimes they're plants, some of them, you know, that basically supplies. So, welcome back to Mama J's Country Gardening. I'm in the dining room. I've been pretty busy, as you can see in the content that we have been releasing here. So, I gotta tell you, it's very cloudy today. I did do some stuff outside, arranged my one of my tent table that I had stuff stored in, and so I placed my potted up plants under that tent, and they're not on heat. My babies that I started with seeds, right, with seed starter mix, that's under the tent that has the heat mats under them. So as they germinate, and my preferred height is like this, you know, then I'm potting them up and then placing them under the other tent. So I have one tent that has heat and one that does not have heat. And so that's the method that I'm using for this spring. And it's going really well. I must say, knock on something, cross my fingers, and my eyes have been fixed, so I can't cross my eyes. But that's what's going on. And so I arranged that. It had some little drizzles, you know, but it was no big deal, and it stopped. And then I took some things that I'm working with for this early period, and from the basement, which used to be my indoor gardening area, where my grandson made it into his man cave, his young man cave, his graphic design area, you know, so moved my stuff all out into the middle of the basement floor. Well, it's okay, my feelings weren't hurt. He's just going to do something really great with this career choice that he made. He's about to complete his first year of college, and this today is April the 6th, 2025. So in a minute, that freshman year experience will be over. But he has done a wonderful job. He has worked hard. He got past all the newness and adjustments. He's doing really, really well. He loves his major, graphic design, animation. It's all in technology stuff, so it's all good. You still have to know math, English, you know, economics, and science, social studies or history, whatever they want to call it. You still have to know those things still. Okay? If he had it his way, he could skip over that and just study all graphic design. No. You have to have business administration. I encourage that. And so he has it. You know, and he will have it. But anyhow, that's what I have to say about that. I want to find out what this prayer is for today. From this on the internet, on Google. Oh, I'm going to put these glasses back on. So, I thought, what is God's word for today? That's what I wanted to know. On for April the 6th. Now, there's a lot of things God has to say, but I'm going to read this one. Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. Boy, am I grateful. Every day, God is looking at your life and taking care of you. He loves you very much. And so do I. Okay? So, I got potatoes out here. My family is not a big potato eater. You know, my grandson and my younger daughter, that's Ariel and Scott, and my older grandson, Darian, they love French fries. Yeah, okay. But Camera Lady and I, we love sweet potatoes. Now, we eat French potatoes, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, but not so often. Not so often. Not so often. Okay? But our most preferred potato, it's not a normal potato, well, sweet potato, but it's not what you would think of as a potato. But there's a picture. There's a lot of work that goes into creating potatoes, sweet potatoes or regular potatoes. And boy, the varieties are big in potatoes. So I thought to myself, I'll tell you a little something here. I'm going to tell you a little something. So it's not typical for me to find in my garden center potatoes. Now they have onions, and they have garlic, and they said they have potatoes, but I'm in there all the time, I've never seen them. So I spoke to someone at Primex, and I said, can you guys please get potatoes? And it would be nice if you got turnip top seeds too. Now, they had a little trouble getting those, and whether they have it or not, I don't know. I have some because I get mine from Hoss Tools. Okay, so these potatoes here in this box is what they had. I'm gonna tell you about them. But I went into the big box store. I'll tell you which one it was. Lowe's, and I like Lowe's, but I'm not gonna like Lowe's for their potatoes. And I'm going to tell you, I had to go and tell somebody, go through the box of all the potatoes that you have out there, because they have, okay, so this bag was the best one that I found out of all of them. Camera Lady and I were digging. So it has 4 seeds in it, okay, and it's $3.98. I wasn't so concerned about that. I was concerned about the quality. They were rotten. I don't know if these potatoes were, well, the ones I left there, they were so rotten that bugs were flying around. Yeah, I'm saying it. I don't know if you've ever had that experience, but it kind of bothered me. Because that's, we saw the boxes that see potatoes. This was like a few weeks ago. And I said, oh, okay, they got some sweet potatoes. So, Kimberly and I were on the search for seed potatoes. Okay? I try very hard to support my local stores. But I also know where to get quality stuff from by ordering. Okay? Now, Wood Family, is a potato seed business. Yeah, they got other stuff too, but I'm just telling you, right? You know, and I will order some from them probably next week. But I'm going to grow a lot of potatoes. You know, I am. I'm going to grow a lot of potatoes. So the potatoes here, okay, it says full sun and harvest early summer to fall. So, you know, I can grow these. It says size B, whatever that means. I guess that's not small. Hardiness zone 4 to 9. And that's to put them in, it says 12 inches. So, anyway, I'm going to open this package. Now I've had this, like I said, for about 3 weeks. I probably should have left the scissors out here, but I have a knife because I'm going to cut potatoes. So, here's one. And it's already chitting. Look at that. It's small. Got one more eye would probably come around over on this side. So, I know I'm going to plant this whole potato. It's a small. So let's put that in. And this one's a little larger than that one. But each of these chittings, chitting, chitted, this is a chitted potato. So, you know, I can cut this, but I don't think I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to leave this one like it is too. Yeah. This is a vine, this is a vine, and this is a vine. So, it's alright. So, I think it's the same for this one too. They're small. I think I'm going to change my mind. I think I'm going to cut this one in half. So, I have my cutting board over here somewhere. Oh, I can't pick it up. But you haven't seen this here in a while. Oh, thank you. So, I'm going to move these over a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So, in the process, oh Lord, I just broke off one of my eyes. Oh, golly. It's a little teeny tiny piece right there. This came over here, like what? Well, what I could do, it's okay. But I'm still going to cut it where I said I was going to cut it. Okay, because there's another process that goes along with chitting. And what you do is you wait for it, like a few days. Wait for it. And do this like this. Okay. Yellow seed potato. Yep. And the meat is yellow too. It's yellow. Yep. So all this in here has got to turn brown. Alright, this is going to turn brown. Just leave it out, let the air hit it for a few days. And it keeps it from going bad once you planted it. Like, kind of interesting. keeps from going bad, rotting out, if you let it get brown in there. Okay? So, that's those. Now, I have a box that I'm going to place them in, right here. Just any old box. Okay? And, you know, I could have a box that's for chitting and a box that's for the hash, like that. You know, I'm just going to put them in this box. You know, that's what I'm going to do. So, there's one. And there's that one. I'm going to place a label or mark this box so I know what potatoes they were. Yeah, I do believe in labeling. So, oh wait, I have one more potato. Ooh. Yeah, see? Okay. There's some tiny places where eyes can come. I'm not going to be planting potatoes for another 2 weeks, I guess. But I'm just showing you what I'm doing in the meantime. So that's those potatoes. And I'm going to separate them some kind of way in this box, and I have another box here. Some kind of way so I know the difference, right? Because I do want to know. I do want to know. And here's my little shit. I got another 2 boxes down here. Alright, so that was from Lowe's. I told you what I had to go through in order to find one package with 4 good seeds. Okay? One package with 4 good seeds. Yeah. So anyway. Now this at $5.99 a box. I have the dark red New Orleans from Primex. Okay? So I'm going to open this up. And I want to tell you something. I saw some packages like that one I just showed you at Primex. And I didn't get it. Because I don't know if this rotten stuff is coming from the vendor that's delivering to the various different stores. But they had rotten potatoes in that package too, in Primex. And I did mention it to them. Hey, what's going on with these? I didn't buy them, of course. I'd already picked these up. So let me take this out. Oh. Ooh. This is beautiful. Whole lot of eyes on here. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna get chitted. Yeah. Now, oh, look at that. Now, one this size, I don't know. I might cut this in half. I see a lot of eyes on here. The eyes have. Okay. Oh. This is nice. Let's name this company. Netherland Bulb Company. I think Candy Lady got some plants from this company before. Okay. Alright, so I emptied them. These are really nice. I don't know what this is about, but it's part of the potato. When they harvested the seed, left something on here. I don't need that. Look at here. Oh yeah. No matter about the shape. It's okay, as long as you get potatoes out of it. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna let these chitty up. They're gonna get chitted up. But I'm gonna cut this. So I'm gonna cut this. So you need 3 eyes in order to make sure you got vines. So I got in this area right here, you get the point. It's a lot right there. So I'm gonna, and sometimes you can cut this 3 times, but I'm gonna cut this right here. So it's red on the outside and the meat is white in here. Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna cut this one more time. So why are you cutting the potatoes, Mama J? Oh, I'll tell you why. Now, when you cut your potatoes, you actually produce larger potatoes. It's kind of the opposite. When you plant a whole potato, you receive in your production, you're harvesting did I say that backwards? Yeah, okay, it's good. So when I place a whole potato in, I'm going to receive a lot of smaller potatoes. It's okay, just as long as we get potatoes. I think I have that right. Whole potato, produce smaller potatoes. Cut potatoes, produce larger potatoes. Small potato, big potatoes. Cut potatoes, more. Okay? This is big. This is abundantly small. Anyway, regardless, I just want to have some potatoes. Okay? That's all I want. So let me look at this. Whoa! Look at that. Whole bunch down there. So I'm definitely going to cut this. Wow! There's some people that they take the peelings off the potato and take the peelings and they plant them and produce more with the odds that they have. This they used to do more so back in the day. I'm going to cut this one too. Now remember, this meaty section has to turn brown or crusty looking. Okay. I don't know if I'm so concerned about what they are, just as long as I get potatoes. So yeah, I'm definitely cutting this one. So, and it's alright if I get a lot of small ones. I just want to get some potato. Let's see right here. Here's another. Yep. Lord, please bless me to high yield in my harvest. I'm going to put this one in the way it is. Okay, so I'm putting them in here. I don't even know if I'm concerned about what they are. Just so much as they just get processed, that's all. I'm not going to separate them. I'm really not. Oh, I am going to cut this one. There's a lot going on. Really a lot going on. That's that one that had that little stem coming out right here. So, I'm going to put the lid in here. So, once I finish with this part right here, right? Once I finish with this part, I have 3 more boxes. 1, 2, 3. I have banana sweet potatoes. There's a picture on here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And German butterball right there. German butterball. I have 2 German butterballs. Okay. So those are my potatoes. Oh wait. Oh, these sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna tell you something about sweet potatoes. I'm gonna leave this alone. Okay, that gives you an idea of just how this is gonna go. And back to the regular potatoes. I'm going to close the box up because they need to be in a dark place. Need to be in a dark place and not be cold, like lukewarm area or someplace like that. Not cold. Okay. Close that box up with all my potato pieces or seed potato pieces, and let them sit there for about a week. It's okay. 2 things are going to happen. Chitties are going to be going on, and the potatoes that I cut will get crusty on the meaty side. And then it's going to be ready, and I'll bring you back when it's time to plant them. Tell you what all goes in my potato plant, my planter for my potatoes. All right, I'm going to talk about the sweet potato. I love sweet potatoes to eat. I really do. Baked, mashed, make pies, sweet potato pies, sweet potato fries. Yeah. But the whole process of what I gotta do to prepare, to process for these 2. Because it's a sweet potato on here, not sweet potato slips. I was so hoping it was slips. I don't know what this is. This must be an extra one. What do you think? What's going to happen with this piece? It didn't fall off of here. I got a good mind to see if it can produce slits with the little teeny tiny piece. I don't know. I'm just going to get my $5.99 worth. It's $5.99. So here's sweet potato seed. This is Covington, part of the brick. Okay. Not sprayed with anything. I could have bought one out of the store. It's got sprays on it to preserve them. Nothing like that on here. I don't have to look for eyes and some little leg right there. Something. So, this is what I'm going to do. You have to know, I like to go directly to planting things. I mean, I just start up trays and plant the seeds and then, put the seedlings in the cells and let them germinate and then pot them up and then put them into their place where they're going to grow and mature. Everything is a process. And there's a process for growing sweet potatoes. First, I have to get some slips. So, I have two different types of sweet potatoes. This one is the Covington. Is it going to matter to me when I harvest the sweet potatoes as to which one it is? No, it's not. It really isn't. The taste is just slightly different, of course, But when I'm planting and harvesting, I'm not going to want to know. I'm not going to need to know that's a Covington versus a Bayou Bell. Now, where's that sweet potato? Stuck down in the bottom. Oh, looks like a little piece of something is in here too. What's this about? Yeah. So they say this is bee friendly and early summer to fall. Okay. All right. This says each one of these can produce 20 slips. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, they have instructions in here. Up here. So, how am I going to start this, Mom J? This is hard as a brick, too. Yep. Okay, sweet potato seed. I just don't know what these little pieces are about. Will slips come out of here, too? I don't know. Remains to be seen. So, I have a pot here. No holes. This planter right here. Okay? No matter there's dirt in the bottom. That's okay. I am going to soak this sweet potato seed for 24 hours. Kind of helps the slips to grow faster. I don't know. Okay? So, here. I'm going to put water in here. I'm going to cover it with water. Now, there's another way I could do this. I could just take a cup, not this glass, and I could cut this tuber in half, and I can stick it, or I can just leave it like it is, and put toothpicks inside of it, and let it sit down in the water to let it get roots. The roots will come out. Then I can remove those roots, and then I can place them in water and allow the roots put some there's this product I saw in the store called Root. It helps you to grow roots faster to your items. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. But to stick it in like this and let roots come out and remove the roots and place them in water and let them get stronger and then place them into soil and let them begin to grow. I'm not going to do that. I remember being in school and we all had to start up plants from potato. We each had to bring in a potato from school. When you brought that potato in, teacher saw you did it, you put your potato in some water and let it grow roots. We didn't do anything else with it after that. Well, boy, was that the smelliest thing in the world in the house. And, I know my mother threw it in the trash because, you know how kids do. You did what you're supposed to do, you walk away from it, and that's the end of that. Excuse me. So this is going in here. Okay? And I'm going to pour some water in here. I'm going to pour it all over it. I don't need a lot. Just so that they have water. And it's just going to sit in it 24 hours. Yep. It's in there. Let you see. I know you believe me. Oh, shoot, I'm pouring water on the floor. I'll just take it out and show you. See? Man, I made a mess. That's alright. I'll clean it up. I got bounding towels. The quicker picker upper. Okay, so that's it. So that's it. So these are going to soak for 24 hours. I'm going to complete cutting these all up over here. Okay, this I'm done with that. I'm going to cut these potatoes out and put them in their box. And yeah, and that's going to be that. And I'll see you back here when it's time to do the next step. Okay? The next, I'm going to put these little teeny tiny pieces of sweet potato in here. Maybe that was a treat, but I'm going to put them in the water too. Let's see what they do. Alright? If each one of these potatoes can create 20 slits, that's 40 plants. Oh boy. That's going to be a whole lot of sweet potatoes. Who's complaining with today's market and what's going on? You better do your own. Grow your own food. Why sit around and complain? Price is so high. Oh my God, I paid $4 for a sweet potato. Well, guess what? You can buy this for $5.99, or you can buy seed potatoes for $5.99. $5.99, and grow abundantly your own. And you know what I know already? It tastes different. Much, much more flavor. Yeah. Okay? Alright, that's where I am. Have a blessed day. Thank you for hanging out with me in Mama J's Country Gardening. And if you're not sold yet on growing your own food, I don't know why not. But there'll be some things I will never understand. Okay? So in between, doing things in the garden, you have to organize, you have to clean up, you got to put things in some kind of way so you can get to them easily. I did some things earlier like that, I told you. And that's it.